Hey guys, today I'll be covering what is one of the better eSIM options for traveling to Japan right now, especially if you're looking for something with reliable speeds and consistent coverage. One thing I've noticed is that it's actually pretty easy to waste money on eSIMs, because a lot of them either have slower speeds, limited coverage, or just don't offer much support when you need it. And that's where something like Saily starts to stand out a bit more, because with Saily's unlimited plans, you're getting around 5 gigabytes of high-speed data per day, and then after that, your connection continues at reduced speeds rather than cutting off completely. What's nice about that is it's a lot more transparent compared to a lot of other unlimited plans, where you might only get 1 to 3 gigabyte of high-speed data before things slow down quite a bit. On top of that, Saily connects you to major local networks in Japan, which means you're getting strong coverage and access to fast 4G and 5G speeds in most areas. So in this video, I'll walk you through how this works in practice, what kind of speeds you can expect when you're actually using it in Japan, and how to get everything set up before your trip. Okay, so Saily is a digital eSIM created by the same team behind NordVPN, and when I first started using it, they only covered around 150 countries, and now it's expanded to over 200, and they've added quite a few new features along the way. So it's clearly something they've been actively improving, especially for travelers. Now, before getting started with Saily, you'll want to double check that your phone supports eSIMs. Most newer phones do, but if you're not sure, it's worth double checking. I have to say, the setup was simple. I already had the app from previous trips, but if you don't, you just download it, choose your Japan plan, and install it directly through the app. And if you want to try it out, you can use my code GVUTech at checkout for an extra discount. The instructions were clear and took just a few minutes. When I landed in Japan, I turned off airplane mode, and within about a minute, it connected. I was relying on it constantly. Trains in Japan run precisely, and if you miss a platform update, you missed your connection. I never had that issue. In terms of how it actually performed, speeds weren't the same everywhere, which is normal in Japan depending on congestion and location. In major city areas, I regularly saw speeds anywhere from 40 to 100 megabits per second. Sometimes it dipped closer to 15 or 20 in busier stations. But even at those lower numbers, everything still worked smoothly. Google Maps loaded instantly, train routes updated in real time. I could switch between maps and translation apps without any delay. Messaging apps were immediate, social media scrolled normally. I never felt stuck waiting for something important to load. Uploading photos to Instagram or backing up to the cloud in the evening worked without freezing. Short video uploads took a bit longer than on my home Wi-Fi, but they went through consistently. In more remote or mountain areas, I connected mostly to LTE instead of 5G, so speeds were definitely lower there, but stability stayed strong. Maps worked, schedules loaded, messages sent, and the consistency matters more than peak speed numbers when you're navigating unfamiliar areas. One thing I appreciated was that I never had random disconnects. The signal stayed steady throughout the day. Even when speeds fluctuated, it never felt unstable. So from a travel perspective, not just speed tests, it handled daily use without any issues. Now, since Saily is built by Nord Security, a company known for its focus on online privacy, that background actually matters. What that really means is, while Saily's main job is giving you mobile data when you travel, it also includes built-in privacy and security features that most other eSIM providers simply don't offer. For example, it includes an ad blocker that helps limit ads and tracking scripts while you browse. And because ads and trackers use data, blocking them can actually help you save some of your data as well, which is pretty useful when you're on a limited plan. There's also something called web protection, which is designed to block malicious websites and limit trackers before they even load. So if you're using public Wi-Fi in an airport, hotel, or cafe, it adds an extra layer of protection in the background. Another feature worth mentioning is the virtual location option. Saily supports over 115 virtual locations that you can switch between inside the app. It basically works like a mini VPN. So if I'm traveling and want to watch a show from back at home that isn't available in the country I'm visiting, I can usually just switch my location and still access it. And the nice part is, all this runs in the background. You don't have to constantly turn things on and off or manage complicated settings. It's just built into the service. And of course, if you need any help or have any questions, there's a 24/7 live chat right in the app, and they've been helpful whenever I've needed them. That said, in terms of plans and pricing for Japan, you've got a few different options depending on how long you're traveling for. And so the way Saily sets this up is pretty simple. You choose how many days you want unlimited data in Japan for, whether that's 5 days, 10 days, 15 days, 20 days, 25 days, or even up to 30 days. And then the price adjusts based on the length of your plan. So for example, the 5-day unlimited plan comes in at around $17, while the 30-day unlimited plan is closer to about $65, depending on the current discounts. And for frequent travelers, there's the Ultra plan, which works more like a subscription with monthly global data. For most people visiting Japan once, the prepaid plans are the simplest and best value, while the Ultra plan makes more sense if you're traveling constantly and want everything under one setup. Just keep in mind that Saily is data only, so if you still make regular phone calls or send SMS texts, you'll need to use apps like WhatsApp, FaceTime, or Telegram instead. I use those apps day to day, so to me it's not a big deal, but definitely something you should be aware of. After using Saily throughout my Japan trip and in many other countries, it's definitely one of the more reliable options I've used for traveling. And so if you're looking for an affordable international phone plan without having to think about it, it's a setup that works well for most travel situations. What stands out here isn't just the coverage, it's the fact that everything is built to make travel easier. The pricing is straightforward, the setup is simple, and the extra features are actually practical. And I've noticed over the past 2 years that they're constantly adding more useful features that travelers actually need. And don't forget, if you want to try it out, you can use my discount code GVUTech at checkout to get an extra discount off your plan when you download the Saily app or visit their website. And of course, if you've got any questions or suggestions, feel free to leave them down in the comments below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks so much for watching, safe travels, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day.